everybody, Andy here again from Mad Lad Designs, continuing the playthrough of, there we go, Dungeon Fleet by Joseph Propati. So I'm going to read you the backstory of the game. So here we go. While exploring alone deep within the complex of a ruins near your village, looking for salvageable parts, you suddenly hear whispering from what appears to be a small group across the corridor. Quickly and gracefully you fall back to the shadows, confident you haven't been spotted yet. By then you recognise the voices of goblins. It doesn't sound like a large group, and curious, you carefully try to get a little closer. As you strain your ears, you discover that, yes, definitely goblin, and they are part of a large group whispering on a plan to raid your village. More urgent now, you sneak as close as possible to learn more. The goblins refer to their leader, some undead Lich King, who has been forcing them to do his bidding for a while now. As you shift your weight a bit against the corridor wall, your foot dislodges a stone that rattles across the corridor. Now all eyes turn to you. Startled, but not one to run from a fight, or from goblins for that matter, you square off to face them as they start approaching. Counting only 5 or 6, you tell yourself, this should be an easy fight. Only then you notice the rather large cave troll coming up from behind them, grinning from ear to ear and very visibly showcasing a giant club. No time to admire though, as the odds just went out of your favour and you realise this probably won't go well. Remembering the nearby cavern, you slowly back into it and try to bottleneck them in. Then, without a word, they rush you. The cave troll doesn't even bother avoiding the goblins, he just tramples over them in order to get to you first. The battle begins, and you are in a fight for your life. Each blow from the troll's giant club smashes against your shield and forces you deeper and deeper back. You begin to realise that if you get backed into a corner, it's all over. Deftly parrying the latest blow, you bow, then evade to turn and run sideways. But 5 steps in and the ground disappears. Only blackness surrounds you. You have a sensation of falling. As you feel only the wind rushing past your face, faster and faster, you chuckle to yourself that at least this will be a quicker death than the cave troll's club caving your head in. Bouncing and crashing off the cavern walls, you lose all control. Splash! Suddenly you are submerged in the icy cold of a fast-flowing underground river. Sinking, struggling, you emerge to the surface, coughing. There you can make out the riverbed and a boulder looming ahead dangerously close now. In reflex, you reach out and grab the jagged edge of the boulder and pull yourself out of the water and onto a small rocky ledge. Drenched, bruised and exhausted, your heart pounding, you pause to check your wounds. With only minor bruises and scrapes, you pray to your god, then assess the situation. You are exhausted, but alive. But for how long? And how to get out? You have to get back to your village to warn them. Then, adjusting your eyes to the darkness, you notice a faint flickering in the distance across a wall. Squinting, it looks like a torch. Groaning, you get up and make your way to what turns out to be a corridor in the distance with a lit torch on the wall. Alert for predators nearby, with no time to waste, you begin your trek into the unknown and hopefully, eventually, to the surface. The quicker you escape the dungeon, the sooner you can save your villagers, sooner you can save your village and your friends. So that is the plot behind this. We need to get out of this dungeon by finding 4 of these stairs up cards, which are at the bottom, the very bottom of 4 of these, but we don't know which 4. So we can decide which corridor we want to start in. When you begin, you can choose any of these, but when you are in a corridor, you can only go to adjacent corridors. Yep. So let us begin by, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our hand of 5 cards. We always draw 5 cards from our starting deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them there, see what we have. So we have 3 swords and 2 shields. I'll see how these come into play in a second. Cards in play, I'm going to put them there. Let's start going. Which corridor should we go to? Corridor number 3. Let's try corridor number 3. So you flip over the top card. Oh, it's an empty corridor. So two things are going to happen. One is you can heal. We were on 16, weren't we? We haven't took any damage yet because we've just started. You can heal a damage, so you can go up 1 in your health. You can't go above your total though. I've took no damage, so that's no point. But this goes in your discard pile, so it's going to clog up your hand. You can get rid of it, as you will see later on, but that's going to go in my discard pile right there. So I'm here. So now I can carry on with this corridor, or I can choose to go either corridor here. Now I think in the instructions you can turn up the corridor first to see whether you want to go there. However, I don't. I like to make it more challenging, so I don't know what's there when I move. But I am going to stay in this corridor. So I'm going to flip over the top card. Oh, we have a poisonous gas door. Okay. So, a couple of things on here. Let's zoom in a bit. This is the level. So as you go further down the corridor, the level will go up. This is what we need from our hand to get past this door. And if we don't manage to get past it, the level is also the damage that we're going to take. So we're going to take 1 damage. If we do manage to get past the door, if there is text here, this is going to go into our discard pile. We're going to use this, and we can use this when we draw it. So when we draw this card from our draw pile, we can do this, what it says here. So when you defeat things, you can actually keep them and use them later on. So we have a poisonous gas door. So we need 2 shields and 2 splats. Well, we have 2 shields, so I've got 2 shields there. And we do have 2 splats. So I'm going to play those. 2 shields, 2 splats, 2 shields, 2 splats. So those have gone. Go in our discard pile. We've defeated the door. It's going to go in our discard pile. And that's going to come up later, and we can use the special ability. There's nothing else we can use this for, so it goes into our discard pile. And then we just carry on. So do we want to go here or here, or do we want to carry on with this corridor? Let's carry on with this corridor. Oh, we have a potion of healing. As soon as we get a potion, we automatically keep it. There's nothing, we don't have to roll for it, we don't have to do anything with it. We keep it. We can use it any time. So we can heal 6 health points. And that, I don't think there's a space for your treasures on here, unless it's here, might be. So I can keep that there, that's ready for me to use. I'm going to carry on with that corridor. Oh, we've got another empty corridor. We can't heal because we haven't took any damage, that goes in our discard pile. Let's try, there we go, a monster. Okay, so we're now on level 3. So if we can't defeat this monster, we're going to take 3 points of damage. We are going to get 5 of our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we've got. So we need 3 shields and 2 splats. Ooh, that was lucky. 3 shields, 2 splats. 3 shields, 2 splats to defeat the monster. I'll give you a closer look at the Deathstalker. Yes, so we're going to use all our cards to defeat the Deathstalker. The Deathstalker has no special ability text down here, so that is now just out of the game. So it's what's called banished, and there's a spot for the banished up here, so it goes there. We have nothing in our draw deck. We take our discard pile and shuffle up. Let's see what we get. Right, and so we're on level 3 at least in this corridor, and I don't think I've got enough stuff in my draw pile to defeat level 3s, so I'm going to move to a different corridor, and I'm going to move to corridor number 4. So I'm going to move there. So let's see what we've got. Goblin Miner. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Let's see if we can defeat this Goblin Miner. Give you a little. That's a little bugger we have to defeat. We only need 1 shield and 1 splat. So when we draw these in our hand, we ignore everything apart from the bottom, the text at the bottom. Okay, so I can discard this and draw 5 cards. I don't think I want to. Oh, I have two corridors. Okay. I might have to, because I don't have any splats. So again, we're just ignoring everything at the top. We only use the top when we try to defeat it. I don't have no splats or anything. So I am going to use this special ability to discard this and then draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's hope I get 1 shield and 1 splat. Yes. Okay, 1 shield and 1 splat. So I'm going to use them to get rid of our Goblin Miner. Again, no text at the bottom, so he is banished. That just goes away. There's nothing else we can do. You can only move to 1 location at a time. So I can't now move here and then use these cards to try and defeat what's there. So these are going to be just discarded, like so. I'm going to stay here, so we turn over this one again. Oh, and we've got a potion of healing. It doesn't matter how many treasures you have. There's no limit to the treasures you've got. I'm going to go here again. And we've got a blade trap. Right, so we have to try and defeat this blade trap. If we do, it's going to go in our hand. And when we draw it, we've got these. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to shuffle these. 4, 5. Let's see what we have. We need 3 shields and 1 splat. I've got 2 shields. It's not worth me drawing because I know there's 2 empty corridors in there. Alright, so shall I? No, I'm not gonna redraw because I don't think I'll. Oh, is it worth redrawing? Yeah, go on. I'll redraw. Yeah. 4, 5. Might as well. Might work. No, of course it doesn't work. So I needed 3 shields. I have 2 shields. And 2 splats in an empty corridor. Now, one thing you can do is at any time you can discard a shield and a splat to get rid of a card in your hand. And when you do, it is banished. It doesn't go to the discard pile, it's gone. It's gone. So I can now spend a shield and a splat, or a shield and a sword, which I'm going to do, to get rid of whatever card's left in my hand, and I'm going to get rid of the corridor. So the corridor is now banished, so at least that's not clogging up my hand. And I cannot defeat the blade trap, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to take 2 points of damage, because that's what it says 2 up here, because I've not defeated it. So I'm down to 14. Now normally, if it was a monster card, the monster would stay on top. However, with traps, you only get 1 chance of getting it. If you don't get it, it is banished. So that is now gone. Because we're on level 2s now. We're on level 2s. Yeah, let's try this corridor again. Oh, another trap. Okay, so we need our 5. 1, 2, 3. Shuffle these. 4, 5. There we go. So 3 shields. You have 3 shields? No, of course we don't. 2 shields, 2 splats, and a empty corridor. So I cannot defeat the trap. I'm going to get rid of I'm going to discard these 2 to get rid of this. Nothing else I can do with these. That goes there. I'm going to take the 2 points of damage for the Morningstar trap. If I'd got it though, I could have drawn 2 cards from the deck, place one in my hand and discard the other. However, I have not, so I'm going to traps go immediately away. So I'm down to 12 already. So I think I will move on to, it's either this one or this one. I think I'll do corridor number 5, like so. So here we go. Let's turn this over. Another Goblin Miner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we get him, we can have a splat. So let's see. I'm sure we can. Yes. So 1 shield and 1 splat. 1 shield and 1 splat. To get our Goblin Miner, and because it's got something at the bottom there, that's going to go into our discard pile. And then you can as well, even though I've just done that and played those, I could play this. So I could discard these and then draw another 5 cards. However, like I said, you can only do 1 action, and that 1 action I've done was to get the Goblin Miner. So it would be useless for me to discard these and draw 5 because I can't do anything with them. Just to let you know, you can do various things. So you'll see that you can draw 2 cards, pick up 2 cards, and you can discard your hand, and all in one move, all in one go. So I think I will keep going with this corridor because we need to get to the bottom of the corridors. Oh, we have a Goblin Warrior. We need 2 shields and a splat. So 1, 2. These need shuffling. 2. 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look. We do have 2 shields. Yes, we have 2 shields and a splat to get rid of our Goblin Warrior. And he's going to be banished because he has no special abilities things at the bottom. These I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to carry on. Oh, we have baby spiders. There we go. So 2 shields and 3 splats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look. Oh, might just have got that. So 2 shields, there's 2 shields and 3 splats. So we have our starter card, again we're ignoring everything on here and just looking at the bottom. We do have the 3 splats. So we do manage to kill the baby spiders. Very nice. He's going to be banished. Although we are getting down to level 2 for these. And I am going to move, I'm not going to stay there, I am going to move to corridor number 6 and I'm going to leave it there for this. I wish I'd got more stuff. You'll see as we get further down we'll get more and more things. More and more bad things are going to happen. However, if we defeat the bad things, we're going to get more and more good things at the bottom of the cards, as you'll see. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Fingers crossed I can actually finish the game. I think I've finished it once out of all the games I've played. But we still have our potions of healing, so it should be alright. Okay, thanks for joining me guys, thanks for watching, and until next time I will catch you all later.